Hello, everybody. Today is Sunday, which is February the 20th. And this is my podcast as well as my YouTube channel entitled Spiritual Sense. In this YouTube channel as well as podcast, I go over things in regards to the occult, supernatural, and paranormal. So I talk on things such as hauntings, curses, soul travel, astral projection, out of body experiences, near death experiences. And I also incorporate a daily tarot card reading into this podcast as well. So this podcast as well as this YouTube channel is an open social discussion on those topics. So I like to state that this is for entertainment purposes, meaning that if it just so happened to coincide with your life or what you're dealing with, that may be by chance or even by happenstance. So let me proceed. Now, typically on Sundays, I do a integrated tarot card reading where I incorporate, all of my tarot card, the three major tarot card into the tarot card reading. And so let me, before I spread my cards, so let me make sure everything is right. Just a moment. Okay. So, in essence, I work with my Secrets of the Tarot deck card, my Psychic Tarot deck card, as well as my AE Weight Tarot deck card. So I'm going to begin with, I've already said my prayer. I pay homage to my wishes. And so let me proceed. Now, oftentimes, I don't know what I'm doing the reading on until I reach about the sixth card. Okay, so let me proceed with the next cards. And then the last cards. Okay, so I have all of my cards pulled, and I'm going to proceed with laying of the cards. I'm going to begin with the Psychic Tarot deck card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So for card 1, I have material harvest. As the what I'm doing the reading on. Oftentimes, I can read the card verbatim or whatever I associate with the card as the cards laid together. I have as the barrier or the hindrance or obstacle, deception and envy. Above that, I have truth. And the root of the issue, I have the base chakra. To my left, I have heart chakra. To my right, I have crown chakra. So I feel like this reading is in relation to I feel like this reading is in relation to, I have 3 chakra cards to show up in this reading. And I feel as though this reading is actually to let me know, to give me some insight as to where someone is right now. Like, I feel as though this reading is letting me know where someone is located. I feel like they're trying to find somebody, and there's some concerns as to where this person is located. I don't feel like this person has transitioned over, but I feel like this reading is in relation to someone that is missing, is what I feel. I do. I feel as though this person is hiding out. Whomever this reading is applicable to, the person is not going. They are simply hiding out, is what that is. I don't feel as though that the intent was to be deceptive. Like, I honestly feel like it was a realistic kidnapping or taking of this person. That's what I feel. But I don't feel like the person is gone. I don't. Card 7, rejoicing celebration. That's what I have for card 7. I don't know if whoever this person was going to some type of event. Like, it lets me know that this person was going to some type of event, and as a result went off with somebody, and they got her held captive. And I do feel like I'm speaking to about a female, like a younger female. She went to an event, and somehow they held her captive. Card 8, emotional withdrawal. I feel as though she felt disconnected from, or she feels a disconnect from her family. That's what I feel. I feel like she doesn't feel like her family supports her or even helps her, or even can see things the way she sees it, or even understand her, is what I feel. And so somehow I feel as though she went to an event. I don't know if it was a party or some type of event, and she went off with somebody. That's what I feel. I feel like the desire to be where she was is no longer. So somehow I feel like I'm talking to a young girl, like a young teenager. I think she felt the need to see if anyone cared. Like, she felt like no one cared. Like in her mind, she felt like no one cared for me. No one voiced any concern for me. Is what she felt. Card 9, accelerated motion. I do feel as though this person desires to transition. I do. However, the persons that she's with is wanting to make her aware that, you know, it's not that the people that your family don't care about you. It's not that. Oftentimes people are plagued with their own issues and concerns, and if you communicate things to them, then they and only then will they understand. That's what I feel. So card 10, I have Destiny card. I show that, oddly enough, I feel like she's in some type of shelter. I don't feel like and I feel like she's like she went off somewhere, and you know, with some type of event, and she's at some type of shelter is what I feel. I don't feel as though she's in harm's way. I don't. Card 10, again, I have the Four of Swords in the reverse position. I feel as though, as I mentioned, this is what her desire was. Her desire was to transition, and they're giving her some type of counseling. That's what that is. Making her aware that, hey, this is how life goes, you know. You're going to have to get everything in order and get on a straight and narrow and try to depend on yourself once you get old enough to where you can do the things for yourself. You know, in a ways, it was a teachable moment. Is what it was, and I think they used this situation not to necessarily to watch the family. I feel like this situation was to watch those spirits who are looking to infiltrate and do things that's unthinkable. So it's like a test within certain organization to see who's capable of doing the unthinkable is what I feel. Card 9, I have 5 of Pentacles. So I feel as though this is to let people know that when you are truly connected with the spirit, oftentimes when you don't worry, it's because it's not necessarily that you have anything to do with it, but God will already have enlightened you as to what that is what I feel. Card 8, 6 of Wands. Oftentimes when I get this card, it's in relation to an example, like something put up on display. So I feel as though this is to enlighten people on, you know, how the power of God really is and how he can, you know, use a situation to see who is truly called in a lot of this religious settings, like who truly and honestly know. Card 7, I have 3 of Cups, which is the same situation. So I do feel as though you know, this situation it's a common theme that you will see, and oftentimes they put these things on display for people to be aware of, you know, where is it coming from, you know, what location and what direction do you need to focus on. So card 6, I have the Magician card. Oftentimes when I get the Magician card, it's in relation to an illusionist. So I feel as though this too is to enlighten a lot of the young population, and in light of the young population, that many times when your spirit is being drawn to certain places and areas and stuff, you need to take heed and be aware and conscientious that it's a bigger picture through it all. Okay. Card 5, temperance card. Tolerance. I feel as though it is a test of faith. Is what I feel. What you may see situations where, or put in situations where you feel as though no one cares, you know, everybody coming against me, all of this other stuff, and it may appear to be that way. But what you will begin to understand is, oftentimes, this is God alerting you about spirits and spirituality. Card 4, the root of the issue, I have 5 of Swords listed here. It's a ploy to see who is truly paying attention, is what it is. And so many times you are geared to do things and you don't have no inclination as to why you are doing these things and why are these things transpiring. And so you got to understand that as you mature and get older in the spirit, it will alert you and enlighten you as such. They're trying to the test is to see how you think, is what that is. Card 3, above, deception. I feel as though I have the Fool card, deception. So it's to deceive certain spirits, is what that is. So oftentimes you will find that it's a testing of the intellect and the spirits, is what I'm getting at. Like you, to test the knowledge of and the capability of certain spirits. And when I say certain spirits, it could be law enforcement, court, or whomever out there, to see who truly knows versus who does not. Card 2, Queen of Cups. The barrier or the hindrance. So this here is to enlighten a lot of the younger persons, about some of the things that, the older persons are aware of. So it's to enlighten you that when you see older persons who are not aware of certain things, what that is. Card 1, 6 of Pentacles. So it is as I mentioned, it's a test to see who is letting out signs. Like if there's some type of signaling to gain insight as to what they know and don't know, is what that is. Okay, so we on the Secrets of the Tarot deck card. Now for card 10, I had 8 of Wands, speedy news or situations coming, arrows of love. So in other words, it's a test to see how spirits operate, to see who truly knows and who knows, so to speak. Card 9, I have the Magician card again. It said element or surprise, good or bad. So again, it's to see, who truly knows, like who is playing games, so to speak, like who really know versus who just making up stuff, or who's going off of something that they can't believe. Card 8, which I have in the opposite position, says 9 of Pentacles, peace of mind, contentment. I feel as though this is because a lot of people don't trust a lot of the entities that are around in certain close-knit communities and government as such. Like everybody's not on the same page, so you will have a lot of that lack of trust that is going on. And I think the reason why they do these things is to see who is fraternizing, or who is in partnership, or who is on the same page. Card 7. So card 7, I have the Lover's card. This is the attitude. So this is the reason. This, I feel like this right here is the card 7, which is the attitude. But it says the Lover's card, love affairs, romance building. Again, within marriage, relationship, relatives, loving relationships, you can share with a friend. So in other words, they want to know who is in partnership with each other, like who is together, like who is with whom, and whom I can trust, and who is playing on my intellect, and who is with who. You know, you say you with this, but you over here with that, and you say you with this and with that. And this is to enlighten you that many times people can get beside themselves because it was not told to you to do those things. You just took that upon yourself. And that's how you would know that you have somebody that is personally driven in situations versus somebody that's there for the cause. Okay? So we have the next card. We have card 6, which is Page of Pentacles, young woman to 25, student, male or female. So I feel like this message is to not only young persons, but older persons as well. That when you try to deceive these younger persons, they already are aware as to who they can trust and who they cannot trust. That's what that is. So it has nothing to do with games. The desire, God will put the desire and put the spirit in them, and you will know what that is. Card 5, I have the Devil card, jealousy or trouble, able to break the chains that are binding you or holding you back. So it will already be put in you as to what that is. Like you will already know that this is Satan, and Satan's biggest tool and trick is to infiltrate, steal, kill, and destroy. And that's what his job is to do. And he would do whatever it takes, or she would do whatever it takes to accomplish that. Now, as I mentioned before, we are in a spiritual warfare. We are. So you got to be, aware that these spirits are watching us. And, oftentimes if you pay attention to the things that you do, that's the spirit making you aware of what is transpiring around you. More often, more than you will know. And what they begin to do is they will manifest in our time and our space. That is the truth. Okay? So card 4, I have 3 of Wands, travel over land, surveying your kingdom. So this is the issue. They constantly look into what? Steal, kill, and destroy. They on their job. That's plain and simple. They're constantly on the job. Curiosity and inquisitive, always on their job, looking to control, manipulate. And they also use these certain spirits to control older people, is what I feel as well. So you have to be the level-headed one to recognize when there is a trap set for you. Card 3, 5 of Wands, arguments, battles around you. So this is what is occurring. They're trying to infiltrate into our time and space to cause a ruckus, or to cause a disturbance, or to cause a nuisance, or some type of transition. You would know when a transition is about to occur. There's nothing that you have to say. And so this is why, many times when these young girls go missing and such, this is to enlighten them as what that is. Okay? But I don't feel like this particular person is missing. I feel as though she's being, she's with someone that is using her to test her, to enlighten her is what I'm getting at, and to counsel her and to make her aware of the spirits that are around. That's what that is. Card 2, judgment. This is what the obstacle or the hindrance is. So judgment, decisions pending finality, the only decision that can be made under the circumstances. So this is judgment. Like this is to show you a good judgment, a good judge of character. Is to groom you to where you can judge character. You can see the difference. You can know when somebody is a threat or danger versus someone that is not. Okay, and that's basically what that is. Okay. Card 1, I have Knight of Pentacles, young man to 25, visitors message to share. So I feel as though oftentimes they use certain individuals, whomever they choose, any of us can be inhabited and be a message. But this is the message that they use certain individuals as a message, because you will have to understand many of them spirits, they only conditioned to think one way, and when you tell them anything to the contrary, they don't believe it. Because you got to understand, and as I mentioned, the message that I feel like, and I feel like I'm tapping into somebody's spirit right now. He's wanting me to let it be known that I cannot, is what his spirit is letting me know. I cannot guarantee what is in these systems, let alone what is written in these papers about these persons. So you have to be the one to be my eyes and ears, is what it lets me know. You have to be my eyes and ears. Because oftentimes, they'll present to me. I don't know all of these people. I can only go off of what I'm told to go off of in terms of background checks and, character and things of that nature. But when you're bombarded with a whole bunch of, things to do and things of that nature, some things fall by the wayside, and you need to make us aware when we are dealing with something that is contrary to what our calls are. Is what it just lets me know. The spirit of a person that is alive. You need to let us know when it's something contrary to that, so we can handle that, because we got them on every department. I feel like I'm speaking to someone who is in law enforcement. Like, you need to let us know these things, because we got them here, and oftentimes they infiltrate in to mark us, to see what we're doing and not doing. They send these spirits to us to be a nuisance to us and to mark us, and they don't have no idea how stressful this job is what he mentions to me. Like, the stress is unbearable. And when you are bombarded with a whole bunch of stress on you, you don't have time for nonsense. And we're asking that y'all step up and make that be known. It's nothing wrong with laughing, a joke here and there. But certain people don't know how to take it. Like, that's all it will always be. And when you turn on them or you do something, different, then they get mad and they want to hurt you and harm you. He said, we understand this. This is how come we have to manipulate things to keep those spirits away from around you. And we are sorry if you feel as though that, when we have relations and, the birthing of children and, pain and suffering and all of this stuff, is to control you. We are sorry, is what he just mentions to me. He says, but we ask that you be conscientious and aware as to what is out here. Plain and simple. Okay? So I want it to be known to him. I am aware of what's out here. Trust and believe. I ain't just fell off the, cherry tree or the fruit truck. All right, so but anyways, I do think that was a very insightful reading. I think that reading was very relevant in regards to focusing on location in terms of where some of these persons are that are reported missing. I don't feel like a lot of them that are reported missing are being abused. I don't. I feel like it's a test of the entities, is what I feel. I do. Okay. So, I like to state that thank you for tuning in to this podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.